So, the Minnesota Vikings lose to the Los Angeles Rams in the wild card playoff, which now means that the Rams are going to be playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, how did this game turn out the way that it did? Both QBs only threw for 200 yards. Matthew Stafford threw for 209, Sam Darnold 245. Both had a passing touchdown. But if you watch the game very closely, the Vikings O-line did not stand a chance against the Rams defense. The Rams defense was just back in Sam Darnold's face time after time after time again, and that forced Sam Darnold to have to chuck up a lot of passes or get sacked and fumble the ball, and then it gets returned for 6. That's really what dictated this game, honestly, was the defense. And the Vikings, they've had a phenomenal defense like all year. But instead, the roles were reversed. You know, everybody was talking about how the Vikings can put up 30, 35 points, in a blink of an eye. But you guys forgot who the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams is? Sean McVay. Super Bowl winning head coach. I know he ain't got Aaron Donald and Whitworth, and Cooper Kupp is not the Triple Crown winner that he once was. But they still have Kyron Williams, who's a dog. You got Puka Nacua, dog. You got, Cooper Kupp, dog. Matthew Stafford, I think people forget who Matthew Stafford actually is, since that Super Bowl. And they won against the Minnesota Vikings, who was 14-3? I mean, come on now. It was just, this is one of the most impressive wins that I don't think a lot of people seen coming. I mean, a lot of people speculated that Baltimore was going to beat the Steelers. A lot of people thought and knew that the Bills were going to beat the Broncos. And then Washington and the Bucks, that could have been a toss-up. A lot of people thought Jaden Daniels was a rookie and he wasn't going to beat Baker, but Washington ended up beating Baker. And then we knew the Eagles were going to beat the Packers. There was just no way, unless Jalen Hurts did not play. That was the only way the Packers had a chance or a shot. But the Vikings being upsetted by the Rams was one of the most shocking wins of this past wild card week. Like, it really was. Because 14-3 against a team that barely even won their division, I mean, that's saying something. Now, the Vikings got some very hard decisions. Do you keep Sam Darnold? Do you trade him? Do you trade J.J. McCarthy and keep Sam Darnold? You don't know what's going to come of the Minnesota Vikings here this offseason. But got to give it to the Rams. Got to give them their props. They did what they were supposed to do and come in here with the game plan and beat them. And the defense is what won it for them. Because I can't really remember if there was a game with Sam Darnold. There might have been one or two this season where Sam Darnold literally just looked lost. I think he looked lost because when the game started, the Rams were all in his face. They were all in his face. And they were capitalizing. They were sacking him, coughing the ball up, forcing turnovers. They just were all over Sam Darnold. There was nothing he could do. But congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams. Now you guys have to go to Philly and beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm praying and hoping the Rams beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't like the Eagles. Again, I'm a hater. Like I said in my last video yesterday, I'm a hater. I don't like the Eagles. But that's going to be a hard task. So we'll just see what happens from there on out.